Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. So today I'm going to talk about one of Japan's most haunted doll called Okiku. So let's dive into the story. So in 1918, a young man purchased a doll that would later be named as Okiku for his 2-year-old sister. And this doll has attracted a lot of tourists and investigators from all around the world. So what's the story? So let's get into it. The doll was bought in Sapporo by a 17-year-old Ikichi Suzuki in 1918 for his 2-year-old sister Okiku. He was touring the region. He came across a maritime exhibition in Japan and the doll instantly attracted him. The perfect little doll sat on a shop window, enticing him. Suzuki didn't think twice. He went in and instantly purchased the figure for his sister. He used all the little money that he had to buy this doll for his sister. So how does this doll look? At about 40 centimeter tall and dressed in a traditional kimono, the doll was exquisite. Her hair color was raven black and the hair was cut roughly to the shoulder length in a traditional Okapa hairstyle. Her eyes were piercing coals and it would attract almost anyone who looked at it. It looked like something that could take your breath away. Suzuki went back home and gave the doll to his little sister. Right after receiving this doll, Okiku was very happy. It transformed into Okiku's favorite toy. Okiku played every day with this doll, took it everywhere, and treated this doll like it's her own sister. She would also feed it, sleep with it. She decided to call the doll Okiku, a mirror duplicate of herself. And this doll was never away from her. She always used to have it with her. After a year later, tragedy struck. In 1919, Okiku died. Yellow fever endemic was on the rise and Okiku was one of its victims. Okiku died gasping for air, in pain, and was afraid. And she was holding the doll very firmly at the time of her death. After their death, the family wanted to bury this doll along with Okiku, but due to the government rules, it was not allowed to bury some things with the body. So later, the family took the doll and put it in a local family altar. So what is an altar? A common practice in certain Japanese households to remember the dead. It's a small shrine built to celebrate their daughter and mark their passing into the afterlife. So after a few days of the family losing her beloved daughter, one day the family started noticing the hair of the doll, which was cut to the shoulder length with neat ends, had now grown her hair very long and mangled up in mess and had a lot of split ends reaching down past her waist. It was very rough and scruffy. It had different color and the hair would look different. The family used to get a lot of nightmares. So these chilling events became more and more in the house. And in the end, the house was infested by the spirit. So this family used to observe a lot of supernatural or paranormal activity in their house. Activities such as lights flicking on and off. They also used to hear bangings in the house, a lot of noises and strange voices. They used to find this scary activity happening at home, usually on the birthdays of Okiku and the death day of Okiku. Over time, the family sought help from the local spiritual leaders. And after inspection, the spiritual leaders informed the family that was in fact the daughter's spirit was trapped in this doll. In 1938, the family relocated to a different district. They had by now become so used to Okiku and had even grown fond of their daughter's restless spirit. To them, it was a magical and a unique opportunity to talk with the dead. So later on, they decided not to take this doll with them. So they thought this doll was very much possessed because this doll was placed very close to her burial ground. So the family approached a local temple or a local shrine in Japan and asked them to keep this doll or protect this doll. The temple asked why, and the family explained each and every story to the temple priest. The temple by now had heard countless stories of this amazing doll. This haunted doll, which had its hair grow every year very mysteriously, was very fascinating for the temple. The priest accepted the doll and started taking care of the doll in the shrine. Over time, the temple managed to confirm some of the claims the family made about this doll, particularly that the hair does indeed grow. The priests of this temple cut sample of the hair of the doll for scientific analysis. Scientific examination of Okiku proved that the hair was that of a human child. The doll gets regular haircut and it stays happy and content. As the year passed on, the doll's fame grew and her powers further developed. She's bolder now, invading the dreams of the priest and those that come to visit her. She's stronger, her hairs are growing faster and wilder, and she's even more scarier. One of the last events that is driving tourists mad is the frightening claim that the doll's mouth was slowly opening. And if you try to look closely at the doll, you can see like a baby teeth coming out of a porcelain gum from the doll. Okiku is located in her private shrine on display in a little wooden box in the Maneji temple in the town of Iwamizawa, Hokkaido, Japan. You can visit this doll even today and you can try to have a one-on-one conversation with this entity. If you like this story, please like, share and subscribe. I'll get you another real story on my next video. Until then, see you next time.